complete development platform. So here Pega is an application first. So using this application, we are going to build new enterprise web applications we are going to build. And as part of that, so Pega contains all the built-in resources. See, as part of the development, so Pega contains all the available resources. Okay, so no need to develop from core, no need to develop, or from scratch, no need to develop. Suppose if you need a UI development, like UI pages if you want to add. So UI templates are built in. If you want to add a business logic, so business logic for purpose, methods, functions, APIs are all built in, and some set of rules are given. So just we have to reuse them as per the requirement. And like that, we have some kind of condition templates, like 5 to 10 types of condition templates are available. Like that, any kind of design we do here in this Pega application, any new development we are going to add. So you will be getting all the resources, okay? Built-in resources will be there. So that will make the development easy, and also the development time on cost of production will be reduced. Okay, overall development time will be reduced, and also the cost of production will reduce. So it is also called as automation development platform. So what you're going to learn newly in this technology is, so here first to learn this, no need to have any prerequisites. So anyone who are from any background, maybe you have some basic knowledge on core Java or anything, or if you don't have any IT knowledge or any knowledge on any database or any server or any language, so anyone can learn this technology. So no prerequisites are required to understand this technology or to work on this technology. So you'll be getting from scratch, we are going to learn how to implement each and every step in the development phase. Like we have different things in this application, so how to implement each and everything as a developer, so we are going to learn and understand. So today will be some kind of installation project we are going to complete. So you'll be getting the file, and you can download that and you can install it in your systems. Okay, any doubts are there, I will check it in the next session. And we'll be starting tomorrow, we'll be having some introduction to Pega platform. Like application is there, right? We'll have a overview of application, what are the different options we have inside the application. A quick overview will be there, and practicals will be implemented from the Monday class. We'll be starting the main project. Okay, and so first of all, these first 3 sessions will be like some kind of introduction, and from Monday session we'll have the main project will be started. And in that we are going to implement all the rules, like from starting to ending. So what are all the different rules we have, or what are all the different components we have, so everything we are going to implement in one module. I'll be working in entire training. So in that module we are going to cover every scenario that will help you to understand any kind of requirement. If you get in the real time, you can manage the work by your own. So if you have the knowledge about the rules and how to implement them, so that particular knowledge is sufficient to work on any project. So any requirement given in any project, so you will be able to manage the work. So that will be easy. Pega technology is easy to learn and understand. Even if you're a very slow learner also, you can easily catch it with these, what are the options we have and what are the these Pega rules we'll be calling mostly. So Pega rules and all you can easily understand, but little bit practice is required. Okay, I'll be giving some tasks and assignments. So if you practice that, that will help you to manage the work easily. Okay. And okay, before that, who joined new today? This one introduction part, again you'll be getting the video recording, so you can follow that again. And any doubts are there, you can get back to me tomorrow. I'll take any questions if you have again. And today I'll be starting this installation project. So Pega application, whatever you are going to install, this one we'll call it as personal edition or home edition. And in the companies also you'll use the same, but we'll call it as enterprise edition. So the first difference between personal edition and enterprise edition is, see, it is one user access you'll be getting in personal edition. See, if you're installing this application in your systems, this Pega setup and all, you'll be getting this one user access, like only you can use that application. But the same in the real time, that is in the organizations or companies, if install that, that is called enterprise edition. And multi-user access, like remote access or multi-user access, will be getting for the enterprise edition. So only thing is, application looks same, what are the features, options, everything will be same. And other differences in the personal edition. So Pega will be giving some default database access and server access it will be providing. But in the enterprise server, they will be having a choice to select database and server. Here in personal edition, Pega itself will be providing one access to one default database and one default server. But in the real-time development, they depend upon the project, so they can have a choice to select the database and server. Okay, so that is only two differences. Apart from that, what are the application you use, what are the options we use, it will be common in any edition. Okay, so for practice, actually Pega, why they will be using this personal edition means because the Pega and all, nobody will have any real-time knowledge before working on any organization. So generally they need to take a training and they need to put experience and they need to join the company. So for practice purpose, they released an edition called Personal Edition, and this is also full edition only. Okay, it is like not any limited one. In this also completely what we do in the Enterprise Edition. So same things we can do in the Personal Edition also. But only thing is, difference is in the real-time applications, it will be connected to server group, but personal edition it will be installed under internet server access you'll be getting. So what is internet server, I'll tell you. Okay, whenever you use the application, so we need to start the server manually here, but in the real time it will be directly connected to some server group, and from your system you'll be getting some URL or IP address you'll be getting. If you enter that your credentials you'll be getting. So once you enter the details, it will be automatically connected to the Pega application. Okay, so that is in the real time. But in the personal edition, to use this application, we need to start the server. Internet server will be running if you want to open application or to use the application. So how to start that and how to configure that. So now in today's scenario, we are going to understand. So, but application once we open, so the options and features will be common in any edition. Okay. So, but what you install in your systems is called as personal edition or home edition will be called. And before that, to install this Pega in your system, so these are the requirements. So any processor it supports, or coming to OS, so any Windows 10, 11 or Mac OS it will support. Nowadays 11 is upgraded. So if you're using Windows 8 or 10 or 11, 7 and all it will support. But my suggestion is if anybody using 7, so please upgrade to any Windows 10 operating system. Okay. And if anybody using Mac OS, it will support Pega. We can install in Mac OS. So if anybody using Mac, please update me so that I'll be sending a separate link how to configure a VMware setup, and under the Windows image you can install the same way. Okay. So so any Windows operating system, so by generally 7 if anybody is using, please upgrade to Windows 10 operating system. And compulsory nowadays 10 or 11 if you're using 64-bit system type, it will be getting automatically. So I think nobody will be using 32-bit. So all the systems nowadays will be getting 64-bit system type only we are getting. So 4 GB RAM is minimum RAM required, and 10 GB free space under any drive. Suppose if you have some partitions in your application in your system, you can install the setup in any drive if you have a 10 GB free space. And to open application, it will open in a browser, so any latest version browser. So actually upgrade the browser to some latest version if any updates are not enabled. So upgrade the browser so that you can use the application. We can open the application in any browser. Okay, like Firefox, like Chrome browser, Microsoft Edge, it will support in all the browsers. Okay, so I think these requirements will be common in any system, so no need to have a separate or particular configuration is not required. So most of your systems will be getting this by default. Okay, any processor it will support 64-bit system type, any Windows 10 or 11 or Mac, and 4 GB RAM. So less than 4 GB if you are having, please upgrade to at least 4 GB, 3 GB only if you are having, or 2 GB RAM is there. If in any case, please upgrade to 4 or higher. Okay, and 10 GB free space, and any browser it will be supporting. So, but along with this setup and all, Pega will install these following things. So it comes as a package. Okay, that is Pega is a Java-based application in the background. Some of the functionalities are developed using core Java. So Java will be running in the server. So Java gets installed. PostgRE database or PGSQL database will be installing automatically. Tomcat server will get installed and Pega rules process commander. This is the application or platform we'll be calling. So PRPC is a platform or application. So these four things will install as a package. Okay. And to begin the installation, okay, it's simple only, but follow these basic things like you need to first of all you'll be getting a file from my side or from your coordinators, so you have to download that particular file. See, but within the download means directly from the download, when you download it will be saved as a zip file. Okay, so first thing you need to do is without extraction you can't begin the installation, so we have to extract that one. So after the download, generally it's around 4 GB size approximately. So if you download that, you have to extract that particular file. Without extraction, again you can't begin the installation. It is mandatory to extract, and better go for WinRAR option. Suppose if want to, if you use WinZip and all, it will load the files in a individual folder. It will be installed. So better install. If you don't have WinRAR, means from the Google you can try to download that WinRAR setup and all. So just it will only take 2 minutes time, and use the WinRAR for extraction purpose. Okay, so WinRAR, if you're using, you can add these files to a separate folder. It will be extracted. Okay, and then when you begin the installation, so before beginning this installation process, see, you should not have the file in any of these path. Means download desktop or documents from that. Don't run the file. Okay, you have to compulsory move that extracted folder will be there, right? You have to move that to some drive in your system. If you have only one partition is there, means like only C drive if you're having, then move to the C drive. Okay, if you have any other partitions like E drive or F drive, means you can also move to some other directory. See here, for example, if you do the installation from any, for example, directly from the document or download or desktop, if you do, it will not install. So compulsory move the file to some drive. Okay. So in my system, only C drive is there. I already moved the file to C drive. And see, once you follow these instructions, download the file, extract that one, and after that, so don't run the setup directly from any of these paths like document, desktop, or download. So compulsory move the file to some drive. So after that, what are the next steps are? See, if you open that folder, so after copying the file to some drive, so open the folder, we can see option called install. Okay, so this is some kind of batch file, so you have to click on this to start the installation or begin the installation. So click on this install option. See, when you click on this install, this command prompt will open. You have to minimize this one. Okay, it will be in the background. In the background, after clicking on that install option, it will launch this wizard option. If you see here, one window is open. Say one kind of window will launch automatically. So this is installation wizard window, and in this just you need to follow the buttons whatever in the wizard option. So click on this next button. So just it will take only a few seconds to launch this window when you click on that install. So click on next button and follow the buttons in this wizard. So it will be showing like prerequisites. So prerequisites are already given in the document. In some old versions, means they used to give the system requirements and what are the things it is going to install. It used to give in this prerequisites page. But in the present version, they didn't give that option. So these are all the nothing but prerequisites, system requirements and what are the things it is installing. So these are nothing but prerequisites. And here, nothing to do anything. Just click on next button and you'll be getting this license agreement. You need to click on accept. And what are the things it is going to install here? They have given the sequence here. First of all, it is going to load the files. Initialization means it will read that particular data, all the files it is going to read. Then install the server, and inside the server, Java will be installed as a package. And after that, it will load the database. And for your installation, some shortcuts will be added. Desktop shortcuts, 3 shortcuts will be added. I will come back to that. I'll discuss after these steps. Then it will launch the Pega platform. That is, server window will launch, like intranet server window will launch. See, when again working on Pega application without internet connection also we can work. Okay, internet is not mandatory to work on Pega. So it will be running on the internet server. Okay, whenever you are going to use this Pega application or open Pega application, if this Pega platform server is launched, automatically we can open application in browser and we can use the application and work on the design. Okay, so these all the things will happen automatically. So you can see checkboxes are already enabled, so no need to change anything. It will load the files, install server and Java, then install database, and shortcuts will be added, and it will launch the platform. So click on next button. And directory selection, see, in every system compulsory C drive will be there, and by default system will take also, it will take C as a, because in that only program files and OS setup will be there. So in every system it will take by default C drive as the default installation directory. Suppose if we have any other partitions, or if we have any other particular any other directories and all like D drive or E drive, you can change this particular directory path, you can change. Okay, suppose if you don't have any partitions, more partitions, keep it as C only. Okay, suppose in other partitions there is no space. Okay, then you can also you can keep it as C. See, in my system I installed this setup in C drive only, I didn't change. See, when installation is completed, it will be adding this folder called PRPC personal edition folder based on the directory selected. Under the directory, it will be adding this folder called PRPC personal edition. So that all you can keep the same drive, or if you want to change, or if you have any other partitions means optionally you can also change this directory path. Okay, either using browse option or directly type the directory letter D or E letter, you can type it. Okay, so here 5 plus GB means around 10 GB free space is required. So space and all I think not a matter nowadays. In every system like 500 GB plus you are taking right nowadays, laptops and all 1 TB space. So 10 GB is not a matter nowadays. Okay, so 10 GB up to 10 GB free space is required to install this Pega setup. So click on next button. See, some port configuration, it will be generating automatically, like for the database and server, some default port numbers will be automatically generated. In most of the systems, maximum it will take unique port numbers only. See, but when you get this particular screen, check the availability. Suppose if we have any other servers or any other databases installed and running in your application, sometimes it may conflict with them. So mostly means it will take unique numbers only. Even if we have server, some other servers are installed or some other databases installed also, so Pega will not conflict with that. Okay, maximum it will take unique port numbers. But anyway, when you get this particular port configuration page, you need to check the availability, because if any port is not available, again it will not it will not finish the installation. Why it is not showing this message, like it is showing the messages not available? The reason is, in my system already Pega is running, so Pega setup is already running in my system. See here, already in my PC, Pega is already running. So that's why if I check the configuration in my PC, I'll be getting as a port is not available. But when you check the configuration, port configuration in your systems, you should get as port is available. I'll show the screenshot from the document. So from here, once again, I'll repeat. First of all, you'll download, extract that particular file, then move the file to some drive. Then you'll open that particular setup file where these all the files are available, and you'll be having install option. You have to click on that install. Then it will begin. It will load this wizard option in a separate new window, and follow the buttons in the wizard. Okay, you have to click on next, and license agreement, click on accept. Port con this installation process, step by step it will complete all the things. Just click on next. Then directory selection, so which directory you are going to install this, so keep the directory C, or any other directory you can choose according to your system. And then in some systems you may get these alerts, firewall alerts. If you get any, just click on allow access. Okay, if you get only, some systems you may get like this. If you get any means, click on allow access. If you don't get, no issue. Then in the port configuration, you need to check the availability. So port availability on option will be there. So you have to check the availability. So here when you check that availability, you will be getting like this. You should get like this. Port number is available for both database and server. If any port is not available means, then you need to change that number. Some other alternate numbers have given. For example, for database means these are the numbers, and for the server port means these are the numbers you can update. Okay, so if 8080 is there previously, if not available means give it as 9090. If 5432 is not available, give 5433 or 5434, or we can also give anything like this 8081. Any numbers you can give, no problem at all. Any number apart from the current one. If current number is not available, you can change that to any other number. You can change. Example, these are the some sample numbers I have given. You can choose from these any numbers you can choose. But when you get this particular page, port configuration page, please check the availability, because again if any port is not available means it will not install the application successfully, it will fail. Okay, so then the final next screen we need to open is, so we'll be getting this start button. You need to click on start button. In my system, I'm not installing again, but in your system, you need to click on the start button. So once you click on start, what will happen means in the background, so it will install the process in the background, and this installation procedure, it will take some time, from 10 minutes. Minimum time is 10 minutes, and maximum time depend upon your system configuration, processor, RAM, depend upon your complete system configuration. It may also take 40 to 45 minutes also it will take. So that all depend upon your system configuration. Okay, so average time will be like 15 to 20 minutes. Okay, or minimum time will be 10 minutes, so like that. So if it can be completed within 10 minutes or up to 40 minutes also it may take, or even if it is taking 1 hour also, we have to just leave it. Don't do any, means in between, don't click on any option or don't close any window. This window just to keep it open, and in the background, so in my system, it took around 10 minutes. Okay, so that all depend upon your system. It may take 10 minutes or more than 10 minutes also it will take. So after completion, it will be throwing this message. In some versions, it will not throw, but how to confirm whether application setup is completed or not means, see after maybe after 30 minutes or 40 minutes, see in your system some shortcuts will be added. Okay, see in some systems and all automatically, I'll show you. So up to this login page, entire setup will complete. But in some systems, it may not display this login page. But in some systems, you will be getting this login page also. Suppose if you're getting this login page after the first time when you complete the installation, so then you can, if you get this page directly or automatically, so it will be completed. Installation is successfully completed. Or you'll be getting this alert message like rule based load complete, some alert message you'll be getting. If you get this also, you can confirm that installation is successfully completed. So when you can confirm that if there is some problem with installation means, say after finishing this setup, in your particular login page, okay, you are not getting this login page details and you are getting some Tomcat server error or local host error, then in that case we can conclude that there is some problem with installation. Suppose if there is a problem with installation, so actually first do these things, okay, before concluding. So first what you have to do is, there are some basic things you can apply. So before again confirming whether installation is success or not, see, in your desktop, I said that three shortcuts will be added, right? One is called startup icon. Maybe in your system, the order can be different. Place the pointer and check the name of that icon, because the order in your system can be different again. Okay. So in my system, first one is startup, but in your system, it can be login icon also can be the first one. So don't blindly follow the same order. In your system, what is the order of icons it is generated? So click on that icon and see the name. So first one in my system is short startup. Second one, if you see, the icon name is shutdown icon. and third one is login icon. So startup purpose is during installation means startup will automatically finish. Okay, it is in my other window, it is running. So in my system already startup is already running. Okay, now see the other one is shutdown. When you have to use shutdown generally means suppose you are going to shut down your PC. So before shutdown, so you have to click on this shutdown icon. Suppose you need a restart of your system. So, or if you are going to completely shut down your system. So at that time, you need to click on this shutdown icon. Okay, so shutdown is compulsory required, guys. So without shutdown, maybe you can close sometimes, but repeatedly if you do that, Pega maybe crash. Okay, it may crash after some few instances, maybe some 4 or 5 times without shutdown. If you directly shut down the PC or restart the PC, so some cases it may Pega may application may crash. So if application is crash, again you have to uninstall and reinstall this setup. Okay. So what is the best practice to shut down your PC or shut down before you shut down your PC or before you restart your PC? So if Pega is already running in your system means just click on this shutdown icon. Okay, for example, if you click on this shutdown icon, it will take few seconds, like around some 30 seconds to 1 minute time it is going to take, and it will close that startup window. Okay, so just now I click on this shutdown icon, so wait here, it will show the logs. If shutdown is completed means it will show the message. Okay, logging shutdown complete and all. But when a shutdown is requirement, see whenever you are going to restart your PC or before you, suppose at end of the day, every day if you shut down your system, then you can do this. Otherwise, my suggestion is no need to shut down every day by end of the day. Just put it in sleep mode or hibernate mode. Okay, put it in sleep mode. Suppose if you're putting the system in sleep mode, then just you have to minimize that command prompt window. Just minimize that window and put the system in your sleep mode. You can put it. Okay, no need to every day shut down the server. Okay, only if a restart is required or any particular thing, if you are not using system for 1 or 2 days, and if you want to shut down your PC, then only go for a shutdown. Okay, so when you click on shutdown, so automatically the startup window also will close automatically. Okay, again, this other one is login icon. Suppose if you are going to open application, Pega application, so actually we need to click on login icon. But now Pega server is not open. Server is already closed. Okay. So if I click on login icon, I will be getting like this. Okay. Because server is not running. See how when I can use the Pega application or when I can open Pega application, if server is running successfully, then only I can open the login page. Okay, if server is closed, I can't open the login page. So again, whenever you suppose today morning you open the system, you just log into your system. So what you need to do is first thing, so click on the startup icon because now server is not running. But first time of installation means server will automatically start. Okay, so first time of installation, server will be starting automatically, and even this login page also will be getting automatically in some systems. Okay, so, but now if I again want to use this, open this Pega application, I need to click on the startup icon and it will take some 3 to 4 minutes time it is going to take to begin this setup and all. So it will be running in the background and this window, you can minimize that. You can minimize this window. This will be called internet server. So now internet server is running and it will take some 2 to 3 minutes to completely start. So after 2 or 3 minutes, you can click on the login icon. So when server is running and when server startup is completed and running, then only we can click on the login icon. Even now also you can click, but it will show as loading. But once server startup is finished, your login page, your application login page will open. So in between that time, so the logs will be running in the background. So this is nothing but intranet server. So here personal edition and all it will be running based on the you can access application or you can work on the application based on the intranet server. So if server is running, then only we can open application and work on the application. So that is about the installation procedure. So, but one thing is some cases and all installation may fail. Okay. So if installation is not success, okay. So when it is when how you can conclude that installation is not success? if you're even after starting the server, if you're not getting this login page. Okay, so if you restart the system, once restart the system and again start the server, and still if you are not getting the login page, then you can conclude that there is some issue with installation. Generally, what are the reasons installation can fail? Mostly 99% everyone can install successfully only, and sometimes some due to some OS issues also the installation can fail, guys. Okay, not only even though your configuration is correct, also due to some OS issues also installation can fail. You followed the procedure correctly only, but still there are some issues regarding this installation process. Means my suggestion is once format the OS. Okay, even if you did the installation process repeatedly for twice or thrice, still installation is not successful, then my suggestion is just in this format the OS once and again begin the installation. But one thing is if you didn't follow the installation instructions properly, like suppose you are directly installing the setup from the download path, what I said, if you do or begin the installation from download or desktop or document, it will not install at all. So compulsory the folder must be, all the files must be in the extracted folder. After extraction, the folder you have to copy to some drive. If you don't follow this, then compulsory Pega will not install. So if you are running the installation setup from download or desktop or document, or you did not extract the zip file, and without extraction only you are trying to begin the installation, then installation will not be success. Okay, so check it first to extract that one, move the folder to some directory, and then only begin the installation. So then if you follow the remaining steps, like here space and all every system will be having, then what you will be doing the mistake is check the port configuration. In the port configuration, if any port is not available, then installation fail. Maybe these 2 to 3 reasons only installation will fail. Still if you are following correctly these instructions and still installation is not happening properly, means then there is some issue with OS issues will be there. Maybe in the background some database instances are there, maybe some old databases we have, and those instances we have, it will be blocking the installation, or some files will not allow you to install. In that case, you can suppose after trying the installation still the issue is not resolved, means then once format the OS, and that will be again a clean system will be there, and then again try the installation, it will be compulsory working. Another reason, if anybody has some other older version of Pega, and if you are again trying a new version without uninstalling that, it will not again install. Suppose if you have some 8.4 or 5 in your systems, and if you want to install 8.6, you have to completely remove 8.4 or 5 version, then only we can install 8.6 version. Actually, if you want to uninstall the application, I'll tell the procedure now. Remember guys, if installation is failed once, without uninstalling that setup, if you repeatedly do the installation, it will not work. Okay, generally installation, again if you want to uninstall the setup and all, so one thing is in your system, sometimes in some older versions and all, manually we have to shut down the server. See whether installation is success or fail, what happens means the desktop shortcuts will be added. Okay, whether you finish the installation successfully or unsuccessfully, these desktop shortcuts will be added. And whether you finish the application installation unsuccessfully also, in your system PRPC personal edition will be generated. So before installing again, suppose if installation failed and again if you want to install it again, compulsory remember you have to uninstall that setup. Okay, first thing is if server is running means shut down the server. So that is the first step, and delete the PRPC personal edition folder from your directory. Suppose you install the directory path as C. So from the C drive you have to compulsory delete this folder PRPC personal edition folder, and then we have to restart the PC. Okay, so then again follow the steps correctly, then it will be successfully installed. Okay, suppose if any case if installation fail means, so we have to again uninstall the setup. Okay, so shut down the server, delete the folder, and restart it, and again next time follow the instructions correctly. So before, my suggestion is before beginning this installation project, it is very simple, but any small mistake if you do, it will not be setup will not be complete. Okay, so only thing mistakes you will be doing mostly means don't run the setup directly from download document or desktop, compulsory after the file extraction. And so many when extracting also they will try to extract individually, they will be extracting. If you extract the files individually, then it will not be reading the files. So compulsory all the files must be extracted to one single folder, okay, and that folder must be copied to drive, and from there you can begin the installation, okay. So with these particular steps, if you correctly follow, so you can easily finish the installation without any problem. And you'll be getting the file today, end of the day. So who are the students joined today and yesterday? So I'll be sending the file, guys. You can just download that, and no hurry, you can complete it before Monday's session, okay. That is by weekend you can complete this installation, okay. So because tomorrow also some technical introduction regarding Pega PRPs and server configuration I'll be discussing, and who want to complete this installation, so before like before Monday class you can complete this setup, okay. And maximum it will be, means if you follow these steps correctly, you can install it very easily only, nothing difficult, guys, okay. So a quick overview again. So only if installation fail, then you have to do this step compulsory, okay. If installation fail means you have to compulsory do this procedure, otherwise without this, if you again repeatedly do the installation also, it will not be working. It's compulsory that setup and all we have to delete PRPC personalization folder, whether success or fail, this folder will be generated, delete this folder compulsory, okay. So that is, these are the steps, guys, installation steps. So without Pega installation, we can't understand anything, right? So Pega application installation is very important and it is necessary. So to practice, okay. So without application installation, so we can't move forward. So that this is the first step thing in the Pega. If you want to practically implement any project in Pega application, so without installation, you can't do that. So these are the steps to complete the installation. So you'll be getting the file today, and I need your already your email IDs. Most of your email IDs are there. I'll send the file today. So Gmail ID is required compulsory. So most of the IDs I'm having. So if anybody IDs are not there, please send me. I will share the file by end of the day. And so these are the things, once again a quick review. So these are the requirements to install Pega. And Pega, when you are going to install Java database server and PRPC will be installing, and extract that file which you download, and after extraction move the file to some drive, either C drive or any other drive, then you'll be getting like this. See, in my system, this is the folder which is extracted and it contains all the files, and you need to click on this install. And once you click on that install, so that wizard will launch within few seconds. This is the wizard will launch, and follow the buttons, nothing to change. Maximum, if want to install in C, up to the port configuration, no need to change anything. Just in the port configuration, just check the availability. In your systems, it should get as available. Port is available, you should get. If any number is showing as not available, change the other number which are given below. Then begin the click on start button, and after you click on start button, see till the setup is finished, don't click on anything in between, just plug the charger and leave it. Don't click anything in between. So setup will complete automatically. Maybe it may take 10 minutes to 40 minutes also, it may take, depend upon your system configuration. And finally you'll be getting this login page. Suppose in some systems login page will not be getting, in that case after some half an hour and all, maybe, but some alert message you'll be getting, like rule base finished successfully, some alert also you may be getting sometimes. So if you get like, or else you can say build successful, one message you'll be getting in the wizard option. If you get any of these three, either build successful or rule base load complete, or if you get the login page window opens, you can conclude that installation is successful, okay. Suppose if in this installation wizard only, if any problem is there, means build unsuccessful you will be getting, okay. If you see build successful means, then installation is completed. If you get build unsuccessful, so then there is some problem with installation, then you can't log into application. So in that case you have to compulsory uninstall and reinstall the application again, okay. So suppose after installation, then you'll be getting this login page, right? So again, tomorrow I'll discuss what are the credentials you need to use to log into the platform. Basically, administrator@pega.com are the credentials, and password is install. INSTAL is the password. Okay, in my system, auto save option is there in the browser. That's why I'm getting this ID and password automatically I'm getting, but in your application you have to type it manually. And coming to the browser, actually Microsoft Edge browser will be very fast compared to other browsers when using Pega application. See, in your system at the time of opening this login page, see, you may have some browser as a default browser, okay? Maybe if you have Chrome as a default browser means when you click on the login icon, see, when I click on the login icon, if you click on this login icon in your system, if whatever the browser is default currently, application will open in that browser. But if you want to change any browser as a default one, you can see this setting. Right click on the login. There will be an option called open with, or click on this. If you click on this, you can see this is Windows 11, guys. In Windows 11, these are the settings. Suppose in Windows 10 means you'll be getting like a wizard will open, and there you can see the list of browsers you can see. So if you in my system means I'll be getting the browser names like this, okay. But if you're using Windows 10 means you'll be getting a dialog box you'll be getting, and there you have to select the browser list, okay. So here if you want to particularly choose any browser, so I'm using Microsoft Edge in my system. So from next time you can choose that as a default browser, okay. So check that in my system, Microsoft Edge is the default browser. So whenever I log in, automatically it will open in that browser. And the default credentials are administrator@pega.com and password is install. So tomorrow I'll give some information regarding server configuration, and I'll also be discussing some introduction part regarding the Pega portal. Okay, so Pega PRPC portal we open now, and in that what are the basic options. We have some basic things whatever we see. So this is nothing but the PRPC portal. In this some introduction part and all I'll discuss in the next session, guys. Okay, I don't want to confuse more today. So tomorrow we will be understanding some overview regarding this PRPC portal, what are studios, okay, and what are the basic options we have in this. So the same, say anywhere you work, Pega application means any organization you work, same application will be there, okay. So even if you work on any organization, Pega application features will never change. 100% as it is, the application will look in 100%, all the options will be same. Not even one single change also will be there when you work in the real time. So that's make Pega easy to work and easy to manage in the real time. So like in other technology, suppose simple, some if you learn Java training, in the real time you'll implement totally different. What you learn will be totally in the real time, what you implement will be so much difference will be there, okay. But coming to this technology, Pega technology, so what are the application we see, what are the features we use, or what are the components we have in this platform, so the same things we are going to use in the real time also. That will not make any difference, okay. So it will be easy for the developer to manage the work in the real time after the training, even though nobody will have experience on Pega, okay. But you will be putting experience on Pega and you're going to apply for the job. So when you directly join any organization and when you get the project assigned, so you can manage the work without any problem, okay. So that knowledge we are going to learn and understand in this training classes, okay. So that's only we are going to completely learn regarding Pega platform. So that is about today's session, guys. So next session I'll continue the server configuration process and Pega portal introduction I'm going to discuss tomorrow. Okay. So go through up to here. So any questions till here?